Hey guys, it's Tina here. Welcome back to another episode of Tina Tries It. In today's episode, I'll be trying out the new Maybelline Tattoo Brow Ink Pens. Now, if you guys are after full looking brows, but you're not too sure if you want to go get your eyebrows tattooed or microbladed, this new tattoo pen might be a good product for you, provided that it works. This is the Maybelline New York Tattoo Brow Ink Pen. It comes in 3 shades: natural brown, red brown, and grey brown. It's a long-lasting smudge-proof brow pen with a unique micro fork tip applicator, which helps you create hair-like strokes. This is what it looks like on my hand. You can see that it does create a few strokes at a time, but I do find the formula a little bit runny and it does tend to bleed out a little bit on my hand. I believe these are launching in Singapore next month and they will retail for about $17.90. Now, Maybelline isn't the first one to come out with an applicator like this. I think Etude House has one, some other cream brands. I think L'Oreal did a version as well, but this is the first time that I'm going to try this one out. Now, I have been growing my brows out, so they are looking a little bit thicker now. However, it's still a little bit sparse, especially at the front and just like the middle part here. And I guess I could use a little bit more hairs in there. So I want to try probably the grey brown shade out today. Now, how I normally do my brows, I use like either the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil or the Ka-Brow, and actually draw individual hairs in. It did take me a little while to sort of master and get used to it, but I feel like using a pencil or a brow pomade gives me the best results. So I'm not too sure how this is gonna be because it is a more like a liner formula. So it's like a runny liquid. And as you saw, it did bleed a little bit. So I'm hoping it doesn't bleed on my brows because that's gonna look like a mess. Okay, so let's go in and try this baby out. What you're supposed to do, it says the instructions is to begin vertically and sort of like draw in little hairs and follow the natural shape of your brows or the direction of your hair growth. Okay, so we're coming in real close so you guys can see these little hair strokes being born. If you look closely at the brush, it is on a slant, and how you're supposed to do it is you're supposed to start from up top and then fill in little strokes like that. To be honest, I feel a little bit uncomfortable doing it like this because I feel like I can't really stabilize my hand as well. I would usually like probably go in like this, but let's just try and follow the instructions, and this is what it says. To start with the first stroke. Oh, I'm nervous. That didn't really do anything. Oh, yes. Can you see that, guys? It's actually looking pretty natural. I feel like I should have done it longer though. Okay, it started off really well and then I was like, I don't know what happened there. Wait. Let me quickly go again. Okay, I took it off. I'm gonna go again because I felt like I made it maybe too short. Maybe I should start like down here. Just want to make my brows a little bit thicker. So let's go again. I need to hold my breath. It's getting there. I mean, the hair strokes are working. It's just my placement. You see how this is just not aligned? I just need it to be a little bit longer. Sorry guys, I'm gonna go again. We need to perfect this. Okay, and I'm back. I think I'm just gonna go in this way. I feel like it's easier for me to work this way instead of holding it up this way. Okay, so let's go. Hold my breath. I mean, I got the placement right, but I didn't see the hair strokes as much as when I did it like this. Okay, I feel like that's looking much better. And when it comes to this part, it's quite full already, so I'm just going to like, maybe just use it like a normal brow pencil and just color in my tail. Because you're probably not going to see the hair strokes in there anyway. It's not bad. I do feel like I need a little bit more practice when it comes to like, I guess, the angles of the brows, because you want to start off sort of like straight and then start tilting it and then, you know, putting it, how do I say, like just going with the growth of your brows. I might give this side a go. I feel like I can get the base here first and then maybe go in this way. I feel like that works better for me. I'm gonna hold my breath for this. Okay, that didn't really do much. I'm gonna go in this way. This side is a little bit tricky. The strokes are there, but they're not where I want them to be. I wonder if I can just add in a little bit here without it effing up. It's looking okay. It's not the best because I feel like that bit's just yuck. But I can just fill in the ends and just define the rest of my brows. My brows aren't exactly even, but I am getting that hair stroke effect, which is good. I feel like I just need a little bit more practice. I need to get in really close and hold the mirror here, but I'm trying to hold it lower so you guys can see what I'm doing. But really, I think it'd help if I went a bit closer. But you know what? The color matches my brow hair, so it does look quite natural. I just needed to perfect the directions of the hair, but besides that, it actually works and it creates hair. Now quickly, it does say that it's smudge proof, so I might like really get in there and see. Oh no. Okay, so don't go rubbing your eyebrows because all your hard work just disappears. But you know what? If you kind of rub it, it kind of just softens everything. But then you don't have hair strokes. So I wouldn't say it's like smudge proof, guys. That means now I can just go back in and try to perfect this again. See, that actually looks better. I'm liking it. I might just like deliberately smudge this one away as well. And just go again. I feel like this time around it's looking much better. I could go out like this and it does look like my brows are really nice and full and thick, and it looks like I am really hairy in the eyebrows. My, it actually looks really good and it looks really natural from a distance as well. It actually looks like these are my natural brow hairs and I wake up like this every day. And surprisingly, it didn't bleed. Like you could see each individual stroke, unlike when it was on my hand. And obviously because the skin on my hand is a little bit different to my brows. So I'm glad that it didn't bleed. Also, once you get the hang of it, it just gives you a really nice result. It does say on the press release that this is a smudge-proof formula that's meant to last like up to 24 hours. I don't think it is smudge-proof because you guys saw that, you know, with a little bit of rubbing, it does fade away. It kind of stains your skin, or it leaves a little bit color behind though. So I think I'm going to just wear this for the rest of the day and do a wear test and see how long it actually lasts on my brows. For me, I have a bit of like an oily combination skin, so we'll see how it performs on my brows. I am back. It is almost 10 p.m. I actually started filming this video pretty late, around like 3 or 4, so I haven't had my brows on for like that long, but it's been a good at least 6 hours I've had these on. Let's take a closer look. So you can see that I still have some color there. The brows is still there. However, I feel like the strokes aren't as defined anymore. I feel like it's kind of all, I don't know, maybe like fused together. But I still have that really natural finish on my brows, which is great. I just feel like the strokes aren't as prominent as before. You can see some strokes still here, but I feel, yeah, most of it's sort of like faded into each other. Besides the stroke blurring out a little bit, I actually still like the look of my brows. They're still quite full. It looks really natural, which is something I really like. However, it does take a little bit of time and practice to get used to. As for the wear test, I do feel like it does last long. However, like you saw before, it's not completely smudge proof, and I'm not too sure about it lasting like 24 hours. I've had it on for at least 6 hours, and it has changed a little bit, and I feel like it's because maybe, you know, my skin's natural oils came out and maybe it kind of blurred and fused the lines together a little bit. So it does sort of change a little bit throughout the day. So I guess if you're after those defined strokes and you want them to last all day, maybe set it with a powder or something so it doesn't budge. Also, the color that I used is the darkest color. They only have 3 shades. So if you have really dark brow hairs, I don't know if the grey brown is going to be dark enough for you. I mean, this matches my natural hairs just fine, but if you have darker brows than me, then maybe you'll have to wait. Maybe they'll come up with a darker color. I'm not too sure. Overall, I actually really like the product. I would rate this a 7.5 out of 10. I feel like for beginners, you guys might have a bit of trouble just getting those hair strokes right and filling in the rest of the brows. Oh, and especially if you don't have a lot of hair there, you're gonna have to be really precise with how you draw it. You can kind of go over certain areas a few times, but just be careful because the more you go over it, the less, you know, strokes that you'll get because it'll all like merge and fuse together and it'll just become like more of a solid brow. So it will take a bit of time to get used to, but the results are really nice and I really like it. Hopefully they come out with a few more darker shades just because I feel like the darkest one isn't very dark at all. Anyways, that is it to this episode of Tina Tries It. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications if you haven't already, and I'll speak to you guys next time. Bye!